You know, people in tons of consumer debt seem to share this habit quite commonly. I know. It's like, I don't know. It just is. I just noticed that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More Jan channel. Why is it that people in tons, pardon me, of consumer debt seem to share this habit commonly? What do you want to think it is? What do you think it is? Take a guess. Take a guess. Oh, you'll be surprised. It's so simple, it makes me sick. Then I'll look at their numbers. I'll jump right into it. They don't want to look at their numbers. Perhaps they defer it. If they're with someone else, defer it to the other person. Let them look at the numbers. Uh, the mailman comes too late in the day. I don't feel like looking at the mail. Things are emailed today. Okay, so some things come in the mail, some things come in email. Let's be honest, sometimes people just don't want to look at the numbers, or they're too busy, or they say they're too busy and they're oblivious to what the numbers are. How do I know this? How can you say such a thing, Jan? I've been watching, and I spent practically this whole recent weekend watching a show called Till Debt Do Us Part. Now, it's an older show and originated, I believe, in Canada, and it came out about I don't know, something, I don't know, maybe around 2010. I don't know offhand. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on it. However, there is a wonderful channel that shares this show. You can find all the shows you want on it. Check out this channel, and the name of the channel is called Weddings and Beyond TV. So a shout out to this channel, Weddings and Beyond TV, because that's how I got to see this. I was thinking of this show. I used to watch it years ago regularly, and so you get to see it on that channel. Amazing. Different stories, different situations. This lady comes and she helps analyze what's going on with people's budgets, and it's almost like the same theme almost every time. We didn't know the couples. Usually they're couples, or I don't know. I don't remember if I've seen people that are single. Well, I guess probably they're just probably, people that are married or whatever, but people that are together. And the same theme comes up. The same theme comes up. We didn't know. We didn't know. Some people, I'll give an example. Very sweet, loving couple, want to do the right thing. Both of them had a great income, and they love their family. And, they have a couple of relatives that are senior citizens, and they take them out to dinner. They were taking them out to dinner to the tune of, at the beginning of the show, the person says they would spend at least $500 to $700 or something like that per dinner out. Gee, you think that could add up after a while? I think so. So the lady that helps them, balance their budget and open their eyes to all this financial stuff, well, she gave them a challenge about having to have them to go to dinner with less than, like, what was it? I don't remember the amount, but it was a paltry amount. And guess what? Can you imagine? Do you think you could handle, instead of spending $600 or $700 on dinner for a couple of family members? I mean, literally a couple. Maybe there were four people altogether, and they were spending so many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bucks on this. Do you think you could handle having some relatives over and perhaps cooking dinner at home? The lady that was doing this was astonished, like, at the thought. She actually went into tears at the thought of, like, well, what am I going to do? How could I not? I think the main things that the person didn't want to admit to her family, that, you know what, this is really adding up. This is really taking a toll on us. And they had to have that upfront and embarrassing conversation. So the lady encouraged them to cook some meal at home, which they did, and it looked awfully good, and had the family there, and they sat down and said, hey, we can't afford these $600 meals, or whatever. They were what you call, in my opinion, just like putting on a show, like, to impress, like, subconsciously. I don't think there was any malintent. It looked like it was all subconscious. But what I'm amazed at is that the same recurrent theme, but we didn't know. Well, here's a great suggestion. If anyone listening has not looked at their finances for a while, why don't you try today to make an appointment with yourself? Get your book, write it down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be on this day that you make the appointment for, but get the book to block yourself an amount of time in the next few days or next week or so and say, you know what, I am going to sit down and I am going to look at the numbers. Because in that instant, with the people that I just described, they're one of many. The woman that's helping them forgot her first. I think her first name is Gail. So, make a long story short, I think that Gail said that if they kept it up at that rate, that they would be in debt for like, I don't know, like multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in 5 years. And they're homeowners, okay? You don't want to lose your home. I mean, if they're trying to pay down a mortgage and they just couldn't figure out, like, that was just part of it. That was just part of the leaky wallet syndrome. I could share so many other stories, but I'd much rather that you check out that channel. Again, I'll get you the name of the channel. It's called Weddings and Beyond TV. And you will see many instances where they're playing the show Till Debt, DEBT, Till Debt, DEBT, Do Us Part. It was a really, really great series. I do recall it when it aired originally back in the day. And I'm glad to see that I'm able to pull it up. So I literally spent the whole weekend practically checking on these situations and instances because I did ask myself, how is it are people blindsided about their own numbers? But you want to know what it really is? It boils down to communication. Sometimes there is a person, let's say in a couple situation, that one person is more than willing to sit down and talk the numbers. There may be another person that's like, please, I don't want to hear it. I'm busy. They rather do anything else but everything goes back to communication and to be aware. And this show really pointed out like a lot of things. Some people were at risk of losing their homes. They worked real hard for it because they didn't see that all this leaking is going on. And then a lot of the purchases in different instances, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, whatever. Everybody has their own opinion. But in my opinion, a lot of the purchases, in my opinion, were frivolous. Frivolous stuff, spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on fast food every month. To me, these are ridiculous expenses that can easily, be remedied. They would like a lot of people, they lived off of their credit cards. That's a red flag. When a person is living off of their credit cards, it doesn't even matter what income you have because especially if you have like a high interest on it and you just, keep switching the money around. Then some people do like those balance transfers, which seem good, but it's kind of good, but it's kind of sort of like chasing your money around, in my opinion. Again, Jan's opinion and nothing more than that. It's just some thoughts that I have on the matter. I'm no expert. I am a person with an opinion. I rather have, this is me. I can only speak for myself. I rather have a whole lot less of something, but it's all mine than a whole lot of a bunch of something that is not all mine. Because until you pay for it outright and fully, it is not yours yet. That's something a lot of people fail to recognize. Okay, there was another episode where Gail, that's right, the lady's name, she walked into someone's home and she saw these big, big, big TVs, beautiful, brand new, shiny looking, brand new furniture, right? And she would ask, did you pay for this yet? How did you pay for this? On credit card. Did you pay off that credit card yet? And they would say, no, no, it's not paid for. She would put a sticker on it, not paid in full, something to that effect, not paid for yet. She put a big sticker on a TV, a big sticker on somebody's sofa, and some other beautiful piece of furniture. I think it was a bed. I think it was a large bed. Put a big sticker on it. And it's the truth. Well, we paid for it with a credit card. Yeah. Well, did you pay the credit card off yet? This is where a lot of people make a big mistake. And it's true if you think about it. It doesn't belong to you yet, even if you paid with it with a credit card, even if you paid for it with a credit card. Until that credit card is cleared off, that credit thing, that item you bought still technically belongs to somewhere else, and that's the creditor. So you see where I'm going with this. That's why a lot of the frugal ways I like to emphasize all the time, these tools that we carry around now, frugal toolbox, come in handy. If you can't pay for the thing outright, don't get it. Are you buying frivolous stuff? Analyze it. Is it a want or is it a need? A lot of people think they really need something. Like me, I'll always tell that story. I need that carousel. No, it was clearly a want, but at that time, trust me on this, it felt like a need. But I need that carousel. No, I just needed to have fun to look at one and all the details and the artistic and get that happy feeling, with a carousel. But I didn't need a carousel. I wanted a carousel. Okay. I mean, everybody's got their own crazy wants and all that. But you learn lessons as you grow older and go on with things. But one of the biggest things that people in tons of consumer debt do, and this is just from my observation, okay, my opinion and my observation, they don't look at their numbers. Maybe today's the day. If you're one of those people that haven't looked in a while, even if you are conscientious of your budget, even if you do keep pretty good track of yourself, every once in a while, I go over my stuff every few months. Like I don't want to get into a rut of thinking, oh, I'm in a comfortable rut and this is always going to work. Not necessarily. We all do things that things may fall into the cracks of. So therefore, even I go, every few months I double check. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back again. 5 o'clock in the morning, I upload with this new schedule, and it's one time a day. But I thank you for being here. Take good care of yourself and your amazing family. Thank you.